How's it going on this beautiful day? Hello, Mr. Vanilla. Hello, Dimitri. Happy to see you guys. How's it going? Merry Christmas, folks. Merry Christmas. So, today, I pushed forward the code a little bit. I took a lot of my time to get our thing on track to get this going. And yes, Merry Christmas. Very Merry Christmas. That's a nice way to say it. Almost Québécois. Almost. Merry Christmas. Hey, Grandma. Merry Christmas. We in. Alright. Let's get on to it. Yes. Some Arizona tea, okay? Very good. I needed something sweet today, okay? I needed to have the Christmas in me. Marry that Christian. Indeed! We are marrying the Christian, okay? Well, technically I did. So, okay. Not doing that mistake again. So, before the start of the stream, it was actually funny because I opened up the computer. Well, no, I opened up OBS and webcam did not work. So, I was about to like rage. But I remembered, oh, I just need to reboot on the LTS kernel. And everything was fine. Oh man. In Canada right now it's the 24th, but we're going on the 25th very soon, of course. In 5.5 hours. It's going to be another day, I guess. A day where I get paid double, that's a thing. That's why Christmas is fun to me, okay? It's payday. We're working 2x. But yeah, that's that's about it for my love for Christmas. Not religious at all. But yeah, I kind of removed a bunch of shit that we had before, so I had a bunch of things that were commented, that were put inside of comments to not be used, to have some reference on how to do them if I need to do them in the future. I will never use the same system again, so promptly put it in the trash. I did the same thing with everything that was using CTag. Well, besides that, I guess. That's not used anywhere, right? You're going to the trash. So, yeah. I pretty much made the code a little bit leaner. And also, big thing. I made it so it actually runs, and I don't need a PhD to be able to make it run again whenever I disable it. So, well, now if we go look inside of PHP, my admin, right, we actually have some records, right? It works for that. So, it will be easier to add features if we don't have to debug it. Want to check out my project on Rust, which I abandoned in May and have now returned? Absolutely, I want. Could you, are you in the Discord? Show it there. Throw a link. Can send that right in the English channel, and we'll look at it. I wanna look. But yes, we're starting from a base that actually works now. So that's great. Another thing that I've adapted today is I was talking a lot about the fact that my system had no ability to look at what else was processed in the same batch. So whenever I would scan a single file. And then, of course, on another core, we would have another file, and on another core, we would have another file, and we would go through all the files in that way without any ability to check on the result of something else. Well, now I made the backbone, nothing is using it for now, but I made a backbone so that the result of a file is put inside of a dictionary in reality. And this dictionary has for key the name of the file. So we're able to put commands that would be able to look at other files, at the result of other files, and also implemented some of the commands that would do that automatically, so that would be able to give us the result of the include of another file or some other thing that we would need. So this has all been 99% implemented. Not tested that much, but we'll see. But yeah, all the boring stuff has been taken care of. YouTube won't let me through. I'll try. Give him a moment. It's gitlab.com. Are we forced to sign in? Oh, rip. Do I even have... Oh boy, oh boy. Probably don't have a GitLab. Oh god. Okay, we're... You know what? We're registering with Maple Circuit. Let's go. True Google, what an abomination. Okay, it wants a code. I'm getting there, friend. I'm getting there. Wanna see your project? Alright. Role. Select your role. I am a YouTuber. Can I write that somewhere? I want to write that. Okay, I want to learn the basics of Git. This is the truth. Just for me. Okay. Okay. We're gonna be able to search. I know I'm not showing it. Okay, I made an account. I'm trying to find it. And I'm not able to. RIP! Wait a second. Links fetch. Hey, for sure I'll find it. Is it hidden or something? I'm not able to find it. Like... Am I... Is it like only searching on my things? Yes, all. There are Russian letters in the project name. Write them by hand. Yes, Julius. I am a machine. Is your name as a user the same? Because if so... I tried. Okay. Enter in manually in English. I wrote Russian letters so... could skip YouTube. Really? Oh, crazy! They look the same. So, whenever you write in, I don't know the other name, but Russian letters, when you write in that, it really maps the exact same letters as English alphabet. That's not the right name again, but who gives a shit? It doesn't map to the same thing. It maps to... What? Okay. Okay. First. So that would be it. Is that right? Yes, Julius. We're not stopping. We've got some updates and it works. Well, some part of it. But I want to see... Ooh! There's even a little thing. I'll read. Links Fetch. A minimal and aesthetic system fetch tool. Links Fetch is a lightweight, aesthetic, and fast system information fetch tool developed in Rust for Linux. It displays the essential system detail in a minimalistic, clean format, making it a perfect alternative to more resource-heavy fetch tools like NeoFetch. Never knew that NeoFetch was heavy, but happy to hear about it. Designed with performance in mind, LinkFetch prioritizes speed, efficiency, and a beautiful output, providing a seamless experience while using minimal system resources. Purpose: LinksFetch was developed to give user a fast, lightweight, and visually pleasing way to display system information. Unlike bloated alternative, LinkFetch focuses on simplicity, performance, and aesthetic appeal, making it a perfect tool for minimalist developers and enthusiasts who wants beautiful, easy to read terminal output. Whether you're showcasing your system spec or just keeping an eye on your machine's resources, LinksFetch is the ultimate companion for your terminal. Features: ultra lightweight and blazing fast, consumes minimal system resources and displays information instantly. Essential system information: showcase CPU, GPU, memory, kernel, OS, uptime, and more. Minimalist and aesthetic. No clutter, just clean, readable system stat. Cross-platform compatibility. Fully supports Linux. Well, my friend. My friend. It ain't cross-platform if it only supports Linux. It's okay. I love you, okay? It's the other guy, okay? It's the guy that helped you. It's all good. Okay, it's all good. Let's blame the guy, okay? We're blaming the guy. Linux for now, but I'm working on cross-platform, like BSD. That would be cool. Highly customizable. Tailored theme, colors, and output styles to fit your preferences. No bloat and dependencies. Pure simplicity. No unnecessary software overhead. Fast and efficient, optimized for speed, with near-instant execution time, ASCII art support, displays distribution logos in ASCII format with added flair, built with Rust. Link's fetch is developed in Rust, ensuring excellent performance and reliability. Holy fuck-saroni! Got this going on a lot of things. All right. All right. That's great. "24-hour left." What does that mean? 24-hour left. Oh, it's Dimitri's project. So it's a fun thing, By the way, hi Nigma, and hi Sogan. Just trying to see if I'm skipping anything else. Windows, macOS, BSD, Linux. Okay. That's just what YouTube display for your stream. But that really sounds as if we're like preparing an execution or something. Yeah. One question for you, Dimitri. Okay. Not roasting. Just want to know when we make the claim for lightweight and fast. Is this just something that is thrown around, or did you test it? Or is it because, are you saying that because you're like mapping onto raw kernel output in /dev or something like that? Okay. But that looks cool. That looks cool. Small update. Testing, look at the commit where CI was. Can I like go? Where CI was, CL was. Is that the name of the thing? No, commits. Oh, a green check mark. So this one? Oh, there's others. Oh. Is this what you're trying to say? Pipeline. Up. Too dumb. Oh! Oh, okay. Pipeline. Okay. And if I click here, will it tell me something? Jobs. Last screen check. Okay. Oh, okay, we've got a benchmark. Holy shit. Okay. Well, from what I'm looking at right now, it looks like you're trouncing NeoFetch. What are they doing? Nigma, You're something else, okay? Sometimes we just like having cool things, okay? We just like having emojis. Can we like our emojis? Okay, can we like them? Just let us have our cute little check mark. Okay? Okay, so for now, you're faster than NeoFetch, but still behind FastFetch. Yeah. And I guess that if I go see FastFetch, it's going to be like a bare bone thing. It's not that fast right now, but it will be faster. Alright. Alright, I'm happy to see that you have that project. Where can I start this thing? Boom! It's now part of the officially starred, giga happy to have it, maple circuit defined GitLab. Oh, is it that FastFetch needs some like config, and probably some dependencies? Is that the thing? Yeah, that's probably why these are there. Echo running FastFetch. Gone! Okay. Everything gone. Okay, Nigma, it's my time to say it to you, okay? Merry Christmas. Or better yet, Merry Christmas, okay? Merry Christmas. But yeah, okay. Okay. Love your project, okay? Give me updates, okay? I wanna know. I wanna know. When you have a cool benchmark, okay? When you have cool numbers, come back and I'll highlight the fuck out of it, okay? But this is good work, okay? Don't know shit about it. I know it's good work. So. Where was I with that shit? My friend. Okay. Nigma. You're on the German time zone, no? Am I fucking up people now? If you're on the German time zone, it is Christmas as of today. Just giving you the news, okay? It was Christmas Eve yesterday. It is not Christmas yet for me, though. If you want to clone and launch. Okay, I get it. Oh, I already started, my friend. You told me the same yesterday. I am mentally fucked. Okay, so Nigma, the pun is the pun that you're messing with me because you're telling me again a wrong date for Christmas. Is this the joke? This is pure rage bait from Nigma. Nigma knows, okay? Nigma knows. And I gotta highlight this one. Rewrite in assembly, trust me. Trying to get Dimitri up to suicide, okay? It's correct for you, but now me. Previously was correct for me, wrong for you. Okay, unless I'm misremembering, you were wrong yesterday, and you are still wrong today. Oh my god. I okay, I'm out. Because yesterday you said Merry Christmas, and today you didn't say Merry Christmas. You said it's Merry Christmas yesterday. So you kept the same wrong claim 2 times. But why did you say it was the 25th for you yesterday? I didn't say it was the 25th for me. I said it was the 25th that we are supposed to celebrate Christmas. And I appended, okay, that statement to I don't know shit about Christmas and I googled it. I googled it live. Like, I don't know when Christmas is. Let's go to. Yes, I'm in the past, okay? I can see the future. Alright. What the fuck are we doing here? Oh boy. Okay. Okay. It's so easy to rage bait. Yes. Yes, that's the thing, okay? What's the... Okay, a lot of racist memes could come up while searching this, so I'm going to, I'll look in another window, okay? Oh no. It's a video game now. Okay, this is me. Okay. This is a bait, that's a bait, that's a bait, and I'm still biting, okay? No matter how deep the bait goes. I am biting. Alright. It gets funnier every single time. I was going to Google when is Christmas. You just make a logical conclusion and someone always just don't get it. Well, I try. Okay, it gets funnier every single time. Kill me. R. And I don't even have to do anything. Yes, you just have to breathe in, breathe out. It's enough for me, okay? It's enough. I'm trigger happy. When I'm on stream, I'm trigger happy. And beware. So happy to see you today. It's alright, Matt. Stop worrying so much. I'm laughing my ass off here. It's sarcasm. Which statement? You understand that putting it... Anyway. Message retracted. Okay. I know what you mean. I know you're not triggered. I know you're not frustrated. I go on Hinge, okay? And I don't want anybody to feel bad. And I know that sometimes, like, the thought may come out in one's mind, okay? So I make sure. Yes, humans. These silly humans. Yes, there are a lot of us tonight. Won't comment on that. Way better to be here than in even worse company. Not throwing shade, not throwing shade. MB, I cleaned a lot of things, removed the excess code, made the thing work, so now the other parts, not tags, but includes and everything else that worked before is working again and can add things into the database. And along with that, we have the capability to point to another file, right? So an issue that we had in prior version was that there was no ability to say like, okay, so this is kernel.h and this is bind.h. I couldn't like take bind and look at the result of kernel.h, but now I have a system for that because after everything is processed, we can point to other files through a dictionary that contains the result of all the files that were processed. So that's what we have, okay? That's what I worked on today. Okay. Alright. I know it's complicated, so I added required detail path of convenience for you, and yes, this is called teasing, as some say. True! We might get something real. Well, you saw the web interface I made for this, right? You saw this. I hope. Enigma, you're an enigma to me, okay? So, in my mind, when I think about the statements that you make, I don't try to understand them in a deep level, because I know that we don't communicate on like the same level of anything. So instead of trying to get deep on the statement, I react on the statement out of context. So that's why when you come in and add more details, I don't really know how to react to this, because I don't know how much I need to put on every statement before. So when you say convince, I have no freaking idea what that means. Not recently, is it still working? It should. Oh, we're running this. We're running this, okay? You know what? Big dick energy today. We're doing it. Let's go. Boom. Piripam. Pow. That's not the thing. I need to go on my desktop. Look at this shit. Oh no. It works. Okay. Like, let's just try one that we know something about. Right? It works. It can detect change in the include. The stats are what they should be. Looks good to me. So, conveyance, convince equal true. Holy shit, that's getting complicated. All right. So, okay, rip, but yeah, it works as it should. Okay. Okay, you call me Enigma, but you're the enigmatic paradox here. But I'm not complaining, it's amusing. I'm calling you Enigma because of your name, because the next things that come in my head when I see Enigma is like the old Ligma what? Ligma balls? That's the meme that comes in my head, right? So Enigma is probably better. And it's normal that if I don't understand you and I answer in a way that if I don't understand you, I'm not going to be predictable from your point of view. Conveyance equals convince equals true. You read conveyance and say convince. What the fuck? Of Enigma is a kind of spider, no? If I Google and it's a meme, I'll die. Enigma. Spider. Looks like esport or something. Oh yeah, it is. Arachnophobia deployed. Okay. Okay. Enough. Enough. God damn, I'm right. Okay. Yes, when you say detailed path of conveyance for you, you mean a way to transmit information to me with detail. This is my understanding of what this part of sentence means. Holy. Okay. We're back to the war crimes, okay? Let's... Folks, get in on the war crime train. I know it's complicated, so I did this require pass of conveyance for you. And yes, this is called tease. You must be trolling. I don't even know why you're... I don't know. It was my third guess. My second was the meme one. Let's play a game. How many arrows can you put before someone notices them? Yeah, that sounds like how many, like how much wood can you put into a bread before somebody realizes? That's so good. I love this idea so much. That sounds like the... I don't know, I just love it. I don't know how to say it. Okay. Okay. We have to put our big brains on the table and leave them leaking, okay? We need to be leaky brain today. Bloop bloop. Alright. So today, what I want to focus on is to have enough information from our parser in order to fill our tables. So right now, what we have... Well, I can just run this shit, right? Run! Show me the information! I didn't save. This killed me, okay? Going to the next version, that one was a good meme. Anyways, can we move on? Don't want to distract from where your previous intention was. My attention is nowhere, friend. Okay. Okay, so for now we have this, okay? So this works well. But what we wanted to know is where, like, sock address is from. And the idea was that A, it may just be impossible, or B, it may just be make magic, in all cases, to have the full idea of what we need. We're going to have to use make here. So we're going to spawn one directory with the Linux kernel inside of it just to run make, because make modifies a bunch of shit and we don't want it to modify the actual source code, so we will do it in one box, only get the output that makes produces, that will allow us to go into the if-defs, right? Because throughout the Linux kernel, we have a bunch of ifs-defs, and these, they block our parsing, right? So here we're going to make, there's like all yes def or something. That's a command. And then we're going to spawn a new one. Boop, 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 boop. Where we're going to use the file that we created because of all this thing. So we're going to use this with the code over here in order to... In order to... read. So that's the idea. Hello, Cardian. Happy to see you. Okay. We good. So let's get ready to rumble. Okay. So first of all, let's just see how we generate those version in the first place. And I don't like the idea of doing this because as soon as we base ourselves on the output of make, we automatically choose an architecture. And I don't like that because I want our thing to be able to parse every architecture. So we might need to do some kind of weird magic down the line where we create our own option and it bypasses perfectly everything and parses everything. I don't know how we're going to do that for now. For now, we're going to live with it. Alright, this looks good. Okay, so we can use that. And let's create a new dumb function. Oh god. I don't know, the system that like gives me idea for code. First of all, it's shit. I should probably just disable it. Second of all, it's so slow. Holy! It literally like blocks down everything. Can we just have the pretty part of it and everything else gone? Is this a possibility? Oh, I don't know anything about anything in this. How about we start disabling shit? Go faster. I'll read comments to not be triggered. Same, trust me, it's a nightmare. Both for CPUs and GPUs. I think you're talking about arches there. I hope. Doesn't the Linux makefile support something like that? An all arch build? Not all arch. That's never a possibility. At least not to my knowledge. The closest thing you can get to is like there's a make all yes def that exists. But to my understanding, there is no way to look with a compiler, look with the same eye of a compiler and enable everything. I don't even know how to do it for new releases all. Just use Emacs. Based. model numbers of stuff make sense when you work in the field. As soon as you stop working in the field, I'm over it. I will never understand the model numbers for everything. Not a work everywhere build. Oh, a build everywhere arch, each in different binary command. Yeah. But in that case, I would just want to recuperate, get, better word. I would just want to get the makefile for each and pass them through Syndex, which is what we use to parse through Python. It's a CLang library. Yeah. Look, I'll need to get deeper into it, but for now, I think we need to restrict the scope of what we're doing to storing the thing into the database. We already have a good base to resolve these problems later on. It's not as if we've completely, like, ignored every single problem. But yeah, I think we should be able to go forward. At Maple Circuit, don't worry, I'm in the process of literally taking every architecture and their quirk and everything, like in Cosa, for the architecture and platform. My friend, I'm not smart enough for this. I'm sure you're suffering if you're working on that. Okay. Okay, so we're going to have git. We're going to have a git compile make. And git compile make is a magical little thing that is going to invoke first this command, so that we have a copy of said version. Alright, here we go. Let's just put a return at the end. And we should probably link to the makefile at the end. Okay, so for now, I hate when it doesn't color. Holy Christ. I need to find a better IDE for Python. Nigma's going through a lot. Yeah, isn't that something that's a little bit scary, carpal tunnel? As somebody that has passed all my life in front of a computer, well, at least that will be passing the rest of his life in front of a computer. That's scary. Scary to me. Don't want to lose my hands. That's a based goal to have. Going through hell so nobody else goes through that. Well, to be completely unrelated, this is kind of the goal of a good father. Trying to go through hell so that your kids don't have to. Yeah. Okay, so we're cloning the shit out of this. Next thing that we should do is run the make command in and of itself. Now my only issue we must be able to tell make that we're in another directory, right? That's something that can be done. For sure. I just never did it. Okay, let's just try to see if I have some testing ground over here. I don't. Okay. Of course, it's on my computer that I'm searching. Who the F are you? Holy Lord. That's such a dumb thing. I did the same thing yesterday. Oh. Sorry. I'm dying by the fact that I'm working on a remote computer. Alright, alright. We in. Okay. how should I go about running make on this version, right? Can I do make? Okay, so I would need to explicitly state the make file, I guess. Or no? Not sure about that, Chief. Okay, there's a flag somewhere. Massively based. I only work on remote. All my real computer or now Promux server with VMs. Yeah, it feels like it's really the best way to do things. It's just that I don't have the I still do both. So I don't automatically go to I need to do things remotely because I'm always remote, right? Well, that would be fun, Nigma. It's just that sometimes getting compatibility for everything is such an overhead that you never end up doing anything good with it, right? And that's the stress. But I guess that's what you're trying to fix. So let's just Google this, right? How to make file a distant there. Thank you. All relative path in make file garage. Oh, fucking hell. My issue here is I do not think that CD works. Well, no, it's not. I do not think. I know it will fuck up everything if I start CDing in Python. And I don't want to mess with changing the directory of the executable. That sounds like viral AIDS. Let's pull back the chat so I can feel appreciated. You compile your application and that's that. No worry about some dumb quirk in some random file from 2008. That would be fun. That's my standard for those who create application. They shouldn't be required to worry about everything. Believe it or not, you're speaking the language of Java. But I know that's not what you're doing, but that's still what brought it up. That's a bit difficult in my opinion. Think you're talking about Nigma here? If you... Okay, why am I killing myself on this when I can just do and read, okay? Read! Sorry. Okay, change a directory, dear. Why is it written like that? Oh, okay, because of this. Okay, change directory. God damn, reading. Whew. Meds are not working at this time of the day. Okay, change to directory dir before reading the make file or doing anything else. If multiple -c options are specified, each is interpreted relative to the previous one. Okay, that sounds exactly like what I want, right? Because it will do the equivalent of a CD into the directory while running. Instead of this, like -f, which will just use the file as is. Just keep chugging along. Alright. Looks like it. Okay, I see that Dimitri is getting off. So, love you, my friend. Sleep well. And of course, because it is Christmas on your end of the world, Merry Christmas. Reading is overpowered. True! Well, that's why alien name I cannot write. My guy is Ukrainian, okay? He can have the I want to have the real name for this. It's Cyrillic alphabet, right? Cyrillic. That's the idea, right? Okay, it is. Good. Good. I don't like saying Russian alphabet. Even though we all agree it is. It just triggers me, okay? I fucking hate them. Okay. Good, 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 good. Okay, dash C. So we do make dash capital C, right? That's what we want. Where the fuck am I going with this? Okay. So that we space, then we give the directory that we return from this. So we could do E. I don't like Russians, I prefer English and Spanish. That's a valid thing to say. Very valid. But the best answer is preferring the holy Canadians, okay? They're the best. Maybe 2026 should be about language. To me, 2026 is about stability. I've had enough fucked up times in my life. They need to go. All right. To be cleared. Okay, to be cleared. Dict. Just so right now I'm just doing this so that I can store a Git version inside of my current thingy and that I can automatically delete it, because if I don't, it stays in memory and it becomes a shit show very fast. So that's what I'm implementing, because master file is the thing that processes everything, that handles all the file. So that's what I'm currently doing, because I know that I'm not speaking a lot. So let's just do the same thing for this, where we do this, item, boom, boom, pow, bada bing, bram, boom. Ah! All right, we good. We good. Okay, now let's use this for something else. Oh, I'm dumb. The thing I was working on before should probably be within the other thing right before. So we're going to pass this along and throw this into the file thingy. Boop. Oh, whoops. It needs more indentation. We have a command for that. All right. Let's read a bit. How does the dialect differ Canada from USA? My friend, respect. We know what to speak? No, there's no change in writing. But there is, let's say, a lot of culture. Well, we have one big continental culture between the US and Canada too, so that's a thing too. Anyway, the writing doesn't change, okay? One likes guns, one likes syrup. True! Okay. That should be self. Thank you, automatic thing that I hate sometime. Alrighty. Okay. So we're going to throw this. We can do this. And do version. Do equal. This returns the path where it's from. So we should be able to then use this into our call. Little like that. Boom, bep, bam, poof. So now we will make the F out at the right place. Now we should add over here the all yes def thingy, right? So if we go and search Linux kernel make all yes, it will probably tell us. All yes config. That sounds good. Music, play. I don't know, I think that I might need something else, but hey, let's stop overthinking this. Boom. Alright, so this should work, right? That's our idea. Oh, well, I can just test it, right? We had a directory for this. So I should be able to do this. Hey, come back. Okay. Yes, this, and then all yes config. Right? That's a thing. We good! Okay. So we're going to search through that. All right. Read more chat. I didn't mean difficult as in difficult for you to do, Nigma. I meant it is... as in it would be like Java. Works everywhere but introduces new problems, so might not be very impactful. Nigma, syrup is the best. Based. In writing, we are more like UK. Color instead of color. Do we really... is that still true? Like, I know that we... it doesn't really work. We're both French Canadians, but in Anglo-speaking Canada, like back in the day, yes, it was true. They wrote like the Brits, but like the new one, people my age, okay, they I think they're writing US way. I would be surprised if they would write couleur. There is also a large chunk of Canada where French/Quebecois is spoken. Yep. Holy parallels. Yes. Good night, y'all. Bye-bye. Go and sleep. True. It's how they teach it? I mean, you in Quebec there's all of these memes. It's probably in France too, but no, Quebecois is not a different language. Quebecois is just French with spices up in there of English, along with a strong accent of what the French used to speak like 300 years ago. So it, like, technically, if a French person was not an asshole, and when I say French person, I mean French from France. If a French person was not an asshole, they should be totally able to understand us. If they're not able to, they're retards. And like that would not be as true if you go to 80, right? Like it would be like they speak Creole, and Creole, it's French, but it's like both people speaking need to cooperate in order to understand. Quebecois is French, but with spice. That's the best way to say it. Teach. Okay, I wanted to say the meme, okay? The meme is that every year at school, at least when I was in school, okay? And I think that's a permanent thing at this point. They were saying that there is a new French teaching, okay? There is a new French way to write or say things. And they would say things using that would be blatantly wrong, like insanely wrong. Like, there's a way for us to write cheval, chevaux, so horse, horses. And if you use those in a wrong way, like if you use the single one in a sentence that is plural or the other way around, it's completely brain dead, right? And if you just put an S at the end of the single one, it doesn't fix the thing. So, like, this was the excuse for people writing like shit throughout my whole schooling years, okay? I'm sure that it's still like that. It's unhinged. Even teachers said that. I went to private school, for God's sake. How? Like, nobody knows. How is French supposed to be spoken? How is French supposed to be written? Nobody fucking knows. So, to loop back to what MBE was saying, I would be surprised if there was really a full-blown consensus on we should, like, only write color or couleur, like, with a U or no U. Like, maybe it's not an issue everywhere else in the world, but it is an issue in Canada. In Quebec, at least. Okay, well, yeah, what do you think the new requirements? I'm not sure I understand what you sent, Enigma. Both of them, but it's okay. Cardian, that sounds crazy. It is, okay? There's a bunch of unhinged things that comes with being Quebecois. But, hey, I love it, okay? I love it. You gotta love your nation a little bit. Just a little bit. Alright. I think we were trying to look at something generated thingy. So I'll just go try to find what we were supposed to find. What's the generated other thing? Include generated autoconf. Include gen. Aha. Ladies and gentlemen, ain't working. Okay. Do we have a generated thing here? Or maybe it's another command. Oh, prepare. We have to do make prepare with it. Is that right? Oh, that's unhinge. No. I know what this shit is. I don't want to have to deal with this. Oh, no. This is the issue of using a compiler to... Well, using compiler code in order to parse the kernel. It's 300% better for precision and having all the detail, but it's 100% shit for dealing with all things. This is just error because of compiler compatibility. I've dealt with this in the past. Don't really want to deal with this now. Can we just hope that it's not an issue? Oh, maybe. Oh! What? What a clutch! Tell me that there's something in there. Looks good to me. Looks good to me. Okay, this is so dumb. We're having commands that fail, but we're like... good enough. Okay. And then we should return the file itself. So the file itself should be this. Boom, boom. Boom. Then we include the full path for this. We had the include somewhere. Include generated autoconf.h. Here we go. Here we go. It's going to work. Okay. So now this is a workable thing. All right, where's my chat? Why am I losing my my chat? Okay, both are accepted. It's like the use of metric. Where do we don't use metric? No, that's a dumb question. Okay, that's a dumb question. We know where. We know where. I just feel that we use metric for everything that isn't height or weight. Anyway. Well, it's not new now, but upon creation, of course. Okay. So, Québécois is like what happened here in Brazil, where some region still speak Portuguese like it was 500 years ago. Exactly. So, because we were cut off from France, we kept the same French. Not only that, but we have some, like, culture of we have to fight off the Anglo, and we need to keep our culture, and speaking French is something important. So, keeping that same French pure or whatever is somewhat important and was important in the past. Hey, there is also a word like center ending in RE instead of ER. Yes, centre, center. Yeah, that's messing around a lot. The ERRE is like killing me when I switch from French to English. I think that color, and that seems old-fashioned, and a lot of US spelling are adopted. Spell checks are continuously... spell checks also continuously will steer you to US spelling. Yep. I'm kind of scared to delve deep into language, because I am aware that some words here in Swedish that drives me mad to no end. There's words that are 20 letters long. That's life. Language is garbage. Oh, Python and almost exceptions. Well, who doesn't love putting a couple of exceptions around? Okay. About metric, imperial Quebec, people height, pole temperature. I don't even know, right? Because temperature... I feel that even for pole temperature, we're slowly switching. Oven, that's true, oven. Construction material. I'm not a construction guy. Everything I do, I'm confused about about the things. Center is US. Centre is British Canada. Didn't know. Yes, we have the English Canadian option, which helps. And our keyboards are absolutely fucked because we have the accent on them. I don't have one that shows, but on our keyboard, we have a US keyboard with accents, which is weird. I think that memory things are the most disgusting thing that you can ever translate in life, right? Because there's the two concept, right? There's a gigabit, there's a gigabyte, like those are two different things. There's the gibibit, which is like base 1000 instead of 1024, or is the other way around. So like this, and in French, we don't have byte, we don't have the byte bit issue, because we use octet, right? An octet. Octet. An octet is a byte, which makes things easier. I don't know why the US just had this dumb freaking idea of naming the two things very much alike, right? I hate gigabits. Yes, and the problem is my understanding of gigabits. We can Google this real quick. Gigabytes, like gigabytes, gigabits. Yeah, that's the issue, okay? We sorry for the flashbang, okay, guys? But if only like the gigabits, all of these, if only they were to explain something different than the megabytes, gigabytes, the standard thing, but they're not. They're just the only thing that they're saying is that we count on binary. But whenever you see gigabytes, and it might be binary or it might be decimal, or you don't know. So it's just they created a name that was ambiguous because they're retarded. There's no other way to say it, okay? They created a name that's ambiguous and then created a not ambiguous one, but did not create an equivalent one, right? They did not create the kilobyte, right? They did not. No, that That was too cool, okay? They did not say we're going to create two things to create... No, just one. Whoever did this... Well, I know they were trying to trick people in, like, using the decimal to put less things into it and sell with a markup, but... Okay, it's all dumb, okay? It should have never happened. It was dumb. Alright. You know... Yes. Yes, gigabyte always mean in binary, but somehow. Don't forget the nimble. I've not heard of that. That's a war crime. 4 bits. Oof. Oh, Lord. I have a keyboard without accents, and I use the US International, know the keys of the layout. I still use the French Canadian. On Linux, it's way better than on Windows. On Windows, it's because they often try to get you on the multilingual Canadian keyboard, and that keyboard is just garbage. It's so bad. You can never do the keys that you want to do. But the French Canadian, that one, it's right. It's just, it's good. Alright. It's shaven. It's an imposter. Indeed. Normally I shave more often, but I was streaming. I've had many problems when some of my coworkers tried to scale a project, but they used a different bit base. First of all, if they use anything else than binary, suicide. Automatic, okay? Automatic. Poof! They shoot on sight. Okay? Alright. At Maple Circuit, do you want me to tell you how I was wrong, which my math teacher tried to tell me? In Sweden, gigabyte is read despite being connected as gigabyte. Well, technically, I think that most language should do that. It's just that we speak fast. But yes, because in English the split is there too, right? Nobody will say like gigabyte. They'll say gigabyte, right? Gigabyte. I don't know. Anyway. And in French it's the same thing, so... you reminded me I need to shave. Yes. Well, I'm weird with that. I just... When I look myself in the mirror and I have a beard, I'm like... Boy oh boy. You don't look good. Even though I know I look good with it. But it's just between my ears, okay? That's just how it is. But happy to see you, Ned. Happy to see you. But with French Canadian. And I haven't said... Bert, you too, okay? You too. Happy to see you. Oof, you too, okay? I'm skipping the eyes, okay? I'm skipping the hello. Merry Christmas, y'all. Or if you're coming soon to that time zone, well, Merry Christmas Eve. Alright, but with French Canadian, the are also right alt should be able to produce them. At least I produce them with right alt, and it's not an issue. Binary and hexadecimal is fine. I don't understand the need for octal. Well, I could understand it, like back in the 1990s. But today, nah. Your theoretical memory card doesn't have, it has a amount of... I agree with you, Nigma. You have a merrier Christmas or else. Based. I have a full beard because I wasn't good at keeping it cleanly shaved. Also because of the cold. That's fair. I'm... Like, before I used to, like, shave it every day and try to keep my smooth, youthful face. But being a father has absolutely... this has gone. I'm waiting a week or two. Whenever I hate myself looking in the mirror, that's the time to shave. Yep. But I would like to have enough time for that. I don't know, I just feel better. Do you realize how dumb the reasoning is on why I was wrong? Well, it's not that it's not really that you're wrong, right? It's just it's an understanding issue. Right? There's being wrong on a definition, and there is being wrong because of a logical contradiction, right? So you shouldn't be hard on yourself because you're wrong on a definition, because that's just connecting a port, right? You're just not connecting to the right version. I signed up with my email to play with ChatGPT 3 years ago, and I still get promotional emails. They ask to give me self-care tips. I love you, Ned. I love how you just go and disclose these things. This is the most unexpected use for ChatGPT. But I mean, there are like insane use case. Like ChatGPT can be, I say can, and I should say Gemini, okay? I'm sold to Google. So Gemini can be a great therapist, but it can also get you to kill yourself if you're mentally ill, so it's kind of an issue. Yeah, LLMs do a great job. But yeah, Enigma, I get you, right? Before, we have something called CEGEPs in Quebec, okay? It's a little bit like a community college. And before I dropped out from there, I had a course for general, because I was, of course, in going there to program. What the fuck would you want me to be? I had a guy who was teaching me how to be a computer technician. But I was a computer technician for years at the time, okay? I was bred, born, and done that all my life, okay? And I, like, having a teacher give you dumb questions and be, like, conflicted when you answer them with, like, you're a retard type of answers is the most triggering thing ever. I've had a teacher look at me in the eyes, and when I said to them, this motherboard is for AMD, with like 100% certainty, and him being like, how do you know you haven't Googled it? If you don't know, okay? AMD motherboard, pin, or on the CPU. Intel, the other side, especially on older ones, okay? This is trauma, okay? But yeah, Enigma, I understand the struggle of a teacher. It is triggering, okay? I am triggered. Hey chat, what website do I visit for content? Are you okay, Ned? Just system CTL disable your beard for grocers. If only, Cardian. If only. But I'm like the velocity king. So, no. Doesn't work like that. Anyway, that's how one of the quirks Sweden that just makes my mind melt. Yep, I get you. GPT can be used for everything, even getting the steps to make gunpowder. Yep. Also, it shouldn't be teach like such. Yeah, I agree with you, Nigma. Goddamn. We're a lot today. We're having fun. We're having some fun. Let me place all of that. Alright. Alright. And somehow, we're somehow making progress. What the fuck? Yeah. Okay. So we should probably have a variable somewhere holding this thing for the version that we're currently working on. That should be a thing, right? Let's just give it a dumb name. And yeah, let's do this. Doop, 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 doop. Yeah, sounds good. All right. So we have a dictionary with this. Based. Mental breakdown music. Imagine a company sells a hard drive as 1 terabyte with an asterisk being using ZSTD compression under optimal condition. Do you want to laugh, Ned? Give me 30 seconds, okay? You won't believe it, but you're young, it's normal. I did not find it. Shit. Did I say 30 minute? Sorry. If I said 30 minute, I'm sorry for the fear. I did not find it. On old diskette drive, okay? On old floppy. I'll try to find a picture. They were unhinged, okay? The box was a war crime. Let's put the music. I want to find the box. It's so triggering. I have a box somewhere. I just don't know where it is. Ah. I'm not going to find the right one. Okay, it's something like this. But there were some of these that were made. And when you read, it says like, you can store 100 megabytes. And in reality, it's 100 megabytes of text compressed on the optimal way. It's so unhinged. I have a box of this. I would have liked so much to show it. But it is unhinged. Okay. But yes, Ned, the meme that you're doing, that existed. They did it. Yeah, Ned, I came over to your house. I'm banging on the door. I'm telling you, if you don't open up, I'll kill your dog. Was he polite? Did he think? But yes, they were unhinged back in the days. They were unhinged, okay? There was no chill. It was like, is it moral? Who gives a shit? Okay. Let's put the blanket. Let's put the blanket. Because it's cold as shit in here. Why did I repair my eating if it's not to make it work? Well, it's currently working big time, but who cares? Okay. Okay. Back in the days, they're still doing it. Not as much. And what they're doing is... before... okay, the part that is triggering me is that at least when you do fraud, right? Do fraud the whole way in, right? So if you sell an SD card, you say that it's a 1 terabyte SD card or a 100 terabyte SD card, and in reality, it's a 4 gig one. Good job. You've made fraud, okay? This is just fraud. But whenever you sell a product and you're technically not lying, this... I look at this and I'm like... Really? So, no, that's the inverse, okay? My inverse is if you're making the step where it becomes legal, but it's still like trying to rob somebody out of their money, I'm triggered, okay? That's me. Oh, Sophia Phil. Hi. Just join and can stay long, but are we following compiling and properly build a full graph? Yeah, pretty much. For some of the thing, not all. Back in the days, they're still doing it. Maple, my personal pays me in pretzel, goldfish, nobody likes. Base! True. Found my old floppies, but they were normal one, double-sided identity. Just build a data center in your basement. Sadly, Canada doesn't agree with you. Lol. Yeah. Our drives used to be insane. Like, I don't know if it works, but I have one of these old 4 megabytes hard drive, and it's like bigger than my head. So you look at this and you're like, that costs $400. It's not okay. And the good old when they start, like a normal mechanical hard drive does some sound. They were starting some shit up. Those were fun. Okay. So, okay, just to make the TLDR for Sophiophil, because Sophiophil cannot stay long, okay? So, we have something that now runs, okay? It runs. So, I removed all the old code that was fucking around with the tags. So now we at least have the base, without the tags, of course. And I put some things in the background in order for us to be able to go get information from other parsed file after the multi-core processing step. So this is already implemented. And now what we're doing is the part where we have another Linux clone where we generate the autoconf.h and then use that autoconf.h in order to fully parsed with syndex, with clang syndex. I would tell more joke, but I wish to appoint rather than disappoint. Okay. I remember the sound of the Wii starting up. The sound of the CD reader is nostalgic. There is some dumb nostalgia, right? Because I have the same thing. Like, okay, PlayStation 3 not for me. Me was the PlayStation 2. And also the games that's the Sega games. Sega! I had one of those. Not the beautiful one. That means that I had one of the shitty games, okay? They were funny. Anyway. And here we could do a check. If this... If there's something... Here we go. So now we can use this. I was an iPad kid based. I am a vintage computer console collector. I have a lot of them. Most are working. Are you acoustic? No, I'm joking. But yeah, I would like to, if I had just a little bit more money, I would buy off so many old Linux compatible machine. You know, the one that they're talking about removing the architecture every release? I would be buying them, okay? I am an enthusiast with them. I have some of them, but not enough to have some real fun. But yeah, they would make pretty awesome videos. They would make pretty awesome videos, that's for sure. Okay, I still have a racing game on a big 5 floppy drive. And I could steal back a computer lab. Okay. Sophiophil being long-term giga theft for racing games. I don't know what it would look like to have a racing game on a floppy. Oof. Must be something. We are oh, okay. I was not able to read what you said, Ned. We all have autism. Okay. I am sorting some duplicate. I might have some get out soon. I'll tell you when I get to them. Okay, I'm all in. Yeah, I used to have access to a lot of stuff just because of my job, but not the case anymore. It was fun. But I don't know, I prefer messing around with code now, so maybe it wouldn't be as fulfilling to just dig around in old stuff. Okay. Where the F were we? Okay. I'm back. Brain fully restarted. Or some may say fully retarded, but that's neither here nor there. We go down the generated. Alright. Look at this. Look at this perfection. Baguette. Okay. This, we don't need this. And you know what's going to happen? Is we're going to execute this. It's going to parse the shit out of it. And I'll be the happiest man alive. Let's get to it. Of the cat hair and the degraded rubber. We'll get through it, Ned, okay? It takes a lot of storing space, and if your life partner isn't into it, it might create some tension. Well, it can create some tension, that's for sure. But I'm not planning on anybody else entering my life, so... and I've got a pretty big fucking basement, so I'm good. Arch. Okay. The solution to social issues is to not be with anybody. Yay. Okay. Do we have socket anywhere? Okay, did not fix it. Let's just read a bit, I guess. Too many errors. So it's at a different place. Because before, it would fail. Oh, okay, so I probably need to include the x86 one too. Right? That's the conclusion of this. Is Canada a real country? Rust, which country are you from? And if you're saying the US, can you really speak? Okay. Fedora superiority. Okay. Alright. I'm kidding. I know you wouldn't. Burgerland. Oof. Oof, my boy. You know what? I'll treat you like every story treats a bully, right? Look at him and they're like, must be abused at home. But for the country equivalent, right? So we look at the US and we're like, ugh, must start having a retard as a president. Okay, I'm starting to think that socket.h isn't real. True. We're into socket denial over here, okay? Pure socket denial. I heard Maple is just a famous syrup factory. True. How did you know that I like eating a lot? He is not Canadian. He is a secret separatist. Bro. Go fuck yourself. Ain't no separation in my country, okay? Only one big united country, okay? Only one big country. Also, where syrup is made. Can we have the how it's made music? Like, churning a bit? Okay. We have a fat Cheeto as president. He's very unfunny. Oh, Ned, I know that you have the voice for that, right? We have a fat Cheeto president. He's very unfunny. You for sure you're reading it that way. I know you are. Is that what you're why you're called Maple Circuit? You're creating circuits for the Maple machine. I'm called Maple Circuit because I asked AI how to I asked AI for a YouTube channel about tech, Linux, as a Canadian. And it popped out this shit, and I was like, Oh my god, I remember how it's made. True. How do you write your name in emojis? just the leaf, okay? Maple Circuit. Just the leaf, okay? Just the leaf. Oh my god. Guys, I think we got them. I contradicted myself in one sentence there, Shapiro style. Anyways, we're just checking in. Good luck with socket.h. Off to make some pumpkin pie. Have fun. Merry Christmas. For tomorrow, at least. The all illogical pathways. The illusions. Yes, the illusion of a socket.h. It all makes sense now. It was all socket.h. No, I know that you're talking about AI. You're AI. Yes, I am AI. You know what? It's probably a very good idea that I have a high quality mic, because if I didn't, hoo boy, with the accent. People are already... like, in the videos before, there always was that comment about, is this guy AI? Am I AI? I don't know. Sounds pretty freaking real to me. That's also why he doesn't move his webcam. The stream where I rage quit about the webcam not working disagrees with you, and the fact that the webcam does move from day to day because I hit it, that's why. But if you want the proof, okay, because I know that you are a big brain intellectual Nigma. Okay. That was my house? It wasn't working because it started creating a second mouth. I am an NLM developed from the bowels of Al, the unmoderated hellholes. This is why I am the way I am. Ned the Destructor. Arctic Igloo based. I like reading these comments about us Canadians as if we're the most remote igloo living snowy people ever. And then I think in my mind, if I were to say these things to actual, like, people that live in the far north of Canada, in Nunavut, holy, that would sound like the most aggressive racism ever. Oh, I love it. The buffer has yet been posted, hence the save. That's what I imagined it when I was little. Probably, right? Don't worry. We Swedish are used to that. Welcome to the club. Oh, be called Snow People. That's all good. I have no issue with that. Did I fuck up my cam? Just give me a moment. Oh no, it's just because I'm forward. That's all good. Okay. But no, we get called Snow People all the time. It's just that it's laughable to me to try to, like, apply the same comment to some of my fellow Canadian. Let's just put it that way. That would be very... very... Racism makes me laugh because I find it ridiculous. Aha, you live in fucking Narnia. Nigma, why are you trying to police language? I say like fucking 16 times. Narnia. Why do... Oh my lord. The Great White North. Okay, Russ, that's triggering. Oh my god. But Bert, there's just these phrases that politicians can say. And there's like 16 bad meanings to them, and the Great White North is one of them, right? We're Canada, we're the Great White North. Like, really? Are you sure about that? Doesn't that sound a little bit wrong? But that won't beat. That won't beat politicians talking about the size of their caucus. Their big, growing caucus. Okay, that's one that I love. Okay, don't worry about it, cunt. We can swear here as much as we fucking want, wanker. I can't stop them. You can't stop Ned, okay? So, Nigma. Ned is your opposite autism, okay? So, you are your own autist, and Ned is his own autist, and you're like matter and antimatter, right? You just disintegrate, and it's awesome. And yes, I'll say it again, Rust. I'm not sure that I like the idea of putting the maple leaf next to a France flag and saying close enough. So I collect them. Great White North, because the country is covered in snow, at least in the winter. Yes. Yes, absolutely. I don't give a damn about swearing individuals that genuinely becomes reddited about it, literally babies. Yeah, I know that nobody cares, but in all honesty, I should probably like check it a bit more, just for algorithms reason, and it's fun having more people here. So yeah, I should probably check for it, but for now, who cares? Baguette. Alright. Yeah, we're gonna need to include the generated thing from the include of the architecture, right? So we need to do architecture x86 include, and then go into gen. Boom. So these two things needs to exist. Oh. Do we really have it? Oh no, it's not been generated. Look at this shit. Oh, it won't work. Wait a second. Oh, it failed. I'll go with, who said that, it just didn't exist? Who said it? Who said it? It's MBWare with the MVP move. Socket.age just, it's not a thing, okay? We're Socket.age deniers. Here's why it's stupid. Yeah, of course, it is. Oh, Socket.age doesn't exist. Bro, no! I cannot believe it. That can be true. But it's not the right one. Wait. It doesn't exist. What? I am so confused. Yes, Suckit.age. True. Yes. Mental torment. Canada equals speaking plus maybe. No socket.h, eh? Okay. Let's... I'm on a full mental breakdown over here. Okay. Okay, I'm just going to speak about the issue, just because I'm triggered. So we're gonna have to parse all the versions back to back to back to back, right? So we're gonna have parse like 3.0, after that 3.1, up to like the last one, and of course starting to the first version and all of this. Now, the big issue here is that we cannot rely on make, right? Because right now we're asking make to generate a file that will be able to enable the if-defs inside of our files. Problem here is that, well, how can I put it? This make relies on a compiler that we'll need to fix for. I made a video on this, on how to fix the compiler so it runs on different version. But I'm not about to fix each individual versions to make it work. That's unhinged. Because I'll need to do it for all the versions, or maybe have a custom compiler for some of them. And for all the architecture. That cannot be, right? That's retarded. Oh, fun, Nigma. I answered at the same time as you wrote it. Canada is a city in Minnesota. Are you just messaging your skin because you're all Skinner? The F is that? No, I'm massaging my skin. I agree that it's radiotic. That's a great word, okay? We should use it. Radiotic. We use both at the same time. I love it. Yeah. Because even, like, right now we're doing something stupid as hell, which is including the libc with the kernel. Like, that's a war crime. That should not happen. But somehow, like, the parser seems to think that it's necessary. Like, let's ignore it. Let's ignore it. Shut the fuck up, parser. Okay? Who the fuck do you think you are? Alright. Okay. I don't know what you mean by A. Oh, is it AI Skinner? I don't know what it means, too. What if you just buy every architecture, merge them all? Based! Nigma, I need you. Nigma, this is where you come in, okay? This is where you clutch. You're going to fix this for me, right? Oh, real name leaked. True. Oh no. Scott's in the place. Not as if it was there, right there the whole time. Alright. Okay. Okay, I think that we... Let me be absolutely horrible, okay? The solution here... Okay. The solution should probably be to scan all the if-defs and set them to true, right? Because we should be able to do this, to be able to set some if-def to true. So how about we first scan the one that are in the file, then set them all to true, and parse the shit out of that file. It will break, for sure. But the file will be read, and the file will be parsed. That would create duplicate symbols. We're always going to end up with duplicate symbols, because we're dealing with a solution that is trying to parse everything. Okay, why do I need to manipulate if-defs? I love you, Enigma. Okay. I'll just read the other comments and I'll get into it. Okay. So, my legal name is Samuel. Basic as same. Paste. Yeah, money always solves every problem. That would create duplicate symbols. Okay, so the issue that we're having, let's just... Hey, first of all, music, kick in. Mozart, get the F back to work. When did I tell your little Mozart ass that you could stop working, okay? It's Christmas for me, but not for ye, okay? Nah, nah, nah. Alright. Oh, we're being unhinged. Okay. So here's the issue, okay? No, that doesn't work. Can we have one that works? Holy Lord, can I have one that works? Is it just a crypto thing? Can I have, like a bigger one? Okay. Okay. So here, I'm talking to you, Nigma, okay? Talking to you. So, here what we're trying to do is parse the kernel. We're using a clang library, okay? So clang, whenever it runs into this shit, it will see the if-def, and it will say... And it will stop. So our issue right now is we're running through all of these if-def, and everything is ignored. So solution number one was just to do a make. And it kinda worked, but not totally. So here, I'm just saying, why the F are we giving a shit about the compiler while we can just try to take a picture of like one full file and the heck with the consequences. I sent a terrible song to your DMs. I'm not sure we're in for that. Christmas theme. Well, if you're going to do it for any reason, then... yes, I agree. The only thing is I don't want to actually touch the file I'm working on. That's why I would override the if-def instead. But yes, I agree. Poor Mozart. It's his issue, okay? He wanted to play. You ain't dying. You are playing, okay? That's going to be garbage. Yes, this does it. This was the fastest way I answered anything in my life. I love it. Starting to understand shit. Woo! Oh. So your idea would be to skip the define itself by redefining... sorry. Skip the if-def itself by redefining it. I see. I don't know. I feel like I want to keep as much of the sanctity of the code as possible. I don't know if the fact that we comment out the if-def could be an issue. Oh man. I think for now I'll just oh, it would be a great thing though. Look, I'll try the hard way. And we'll see. It because okay, look, in reality, if I had almost infinite time and no life at all, what I could do is create for each single effing version a list of all the define that we need throughout the kernel and just apply them, right? To be able to parse the whole freaking kernel perfectly. Or maybe we need specific for a specific file. And maybe that's what we're going to need to do, to have a big database that can do that. But yeah. I'ma go see you, friend. Cough, cough. Victim cough. Oh, my lord. Why do you need goodbye, Ned. Love you. Why do you think you need to do that? My way is a general workaround. The issue that I'm thinking is that right now we're thinking for this file, right? It probably makes sense for this file. I don't disagree. And it will probably work for most files. But we're going to hit a point where we're going to have two competing if-defs, right? Where we're going to have, like... Think of a... join the Discord. True. Think of a seesaw, okay? It's one way or another way, okay? And we're going to have these type of dumb if-defs that are one way or another way. And by setting them all to comments, we may just, like, parse everything else badly because of it. That's kind of my issue. It's just... I feel like there's going to be so much manual work on, like, overriding the errors. I'm just slightly starting to regret going with Syndex. Look, okay, we're scanning file by file, right? So when we scan a file, we don't have full context. That's the issue. Because if we had full context, we would just be compiling. And if we're just compiling, well, we only have the information for one version. Thus, we failed. We need to have the information. We need to parse all the code for all the versions, for everything, all at once. That's why I didn't like the make idea, is because we are linking ourselves to one version. And this is bad. I want us to be able to look at the whole code and to have good information about it. But right now, the if-defs are fucking us over. So, and using make clearly doesn't work. Well, I'm not strictly compiling, but the tool I'm using to scan acts like a compiler, right? So I am not actually compiling. I do not want to compile, but my analysis tool is literally the parser for CLang. Yeah, I have no idea how you extract the defines. without, you know, just processing the file. Yeah, and the issue is just extracting the define doesn't get you there, right? Because then you have one parse, right? Because there, again, if you have a seesaw type if-defs that is defined in one way for something, is defined another way for other thing, you're only going to parse one step. So maybe the next idea in this would be, getting the knowledge in, okay? So maybe what we should do is parse the file once without any context, right? Without any if-def, without nothing, without any define more than the file itself. And then there is a tool, I know it exists. There is a tool in our current scanner to know what we skipped, right? To know that we skipped something. So then we could parse the text that we skipped to detect an if-def that is not enabled, enable it, resume, detect the next if-def, enable it, resume, and through that step-by-step, be able to maybe scan the whole file. That sounds like it. I think that's going to be it. The issue about the define will be there even without clang. No, right? If we use C tags can go through the whole thing, and it won't. The problem with C tags is it has no idea of relations, right? So it will just look through the thing. If it see this, it will say, okay, this exists. But it won't say to us, okay, this is a member of this that has this relation to the other thing, right? So C tag would be able to go through. It's just dumb at it. But I think that rolling through the if-defs and defining as we go maybe will give us the most detail about each part of the code. Also, that's already for them to implement such or extraction tool. It's because I'm not using it correctly. It's not meant for us to do that. Why not just extract enums? Technically, what you're... Yes, I'm not using the tool correctly, and technically what you're asking is something that is impossible inside of the kernel, because inside of the kernel, you're going to have inside of the struct if-defs, right? So, again, the mother of all structs, task struct, okay. This is the... when I'm thinking about parsing, I'm thinking about we need to handle this. Okay, so here we have an if-def for just this chunk within a struct. So we're gonna need to be able to understand all of this. And note down that there's an if-def in there with this condition, right? So all of this need to be kept in mind. How will you know the right implementation? Some if-defs select the file that will be used. True, I guess, and beware, for what you're stating there, I don't think that it's such an issue, because at some point we're going to need to implement a switch in our system, right? We're going to be able to say, we should have somewhere that we can log in the on this if-def, we have this choice. This should be something that we store somewhere that we have an idea exists, right? So when we're storing this, storing the relation and all this, it's okay. The issue here is we just have to still parse it all, right? So we have to parse it, and we need to know that there's a choice being made there. Yeah, I'm aware. Normal thing for a bit system. Okay. Yes, of course. Defines are awesome. But they are just shit for us. So if we store them, we just have to pass the same to clang. Not sure if I understand what you're saying, but I think that the idea that I'm going under will probably work. Goodbye, Cardian. Well, you're not going to miss a lot because I'm probably going soon, but just to, yeah, good night. Good night. Merry Christmas, my friend. And I'm streaming tomorrow also, if you want to see me. So, yeah, bye-bye. Okay. So, yeah, probably the rolling way. I say rolling, but it's just because it fits my mind. So, we could parse once. And then we... Of course, we will know, because there's a part in clang that allows us to know what we skipped. So we will be able to know that we skipped this. We detect the fact that there's an if-def. We define it to unlock it. We go forward. So then we know that this specific part was locked between the if-def and this config. So we could store the fact that it was locked. Then resume the parse. I think that the issue here is that I was fully assuming that we could rely on clang syntax for everything. And that's not going to be the case. So we're going to need one tool, well, we're going to need syntax to have an idea of what's going on, and then another tool to go into syntax and get the information we need and smash the define into it. And that also means that we can probably almost never get where a thing comes from using syntax, right? Because syntax is not going to know where the fuck a scheduling class comes from, right? It's not going to have enough background. It will have a bunch of errors at that point. So we can try to get that information, but most likely we will need to implement our own solution for that, to find where things are defined. Alright, so I'll just write that down. Good luck and Merry Christmas, based. Also, I don't think preprocessing the define, including them. I don't see why it would not work, right? Because here, we're using a compiler-like type tool to, like, go through it, but it's still not compiling anything, right? So we can just look at a .h file, for example, right? A compiler could not do that, right? A compiler cannot just look at a .h file and get anything of value from it, besides the fact that, oh, that could be used by somebody else. But we can, like, get everything we need from it. Program argument passing limits. Based. But I get it. That can be easily bypassed though, because technically we could create a file, set it as an include in our system, right? Like do a -i and put an include file. And that include file would have all of the define inside of it. So we would just bypass this, right? So that could be a solution for it. Alright. So let's just remove this, because this doesn't work. That's not what we want. And even worse, we shouldn't delve into this too, right? Because we should not go into architecture-specific stuff. We should stay pretty raw in what we do. So just run it. Also, can I be honest on how you sound across the past 2 live streams? Yes, be honest. And when you say sounds, I'm not sure if you sound about volume or attitude, but yes, you can always be honest. I'm always in to be shafted. Yeah, we're going to keep it generic and not x86 related. You sound like me, where I have an idea for a system, but the system is way overcomplicated than what the goal requires. There's a lot to say here. I aim way the FI. I know it's way over my pay grade because I'm not smart. I'm not the dev guy that knows everything. And what I'm doing is just trying to go on the shortest path to getting something working. And I thought I could get a lot out of C-Lang. I see the limitation now, so we'll go with something else. But yes, I have... everything is overcomplicated, and like, I've done this 3 times, my friend. I overcomplicate everything, and then I redo it, and it will become simple. It's part of the process, and I know you know. Trying to build something that is too hard for our level is a great way to learn. Exactly how I think. That's not a bad thing. Didn't say you said that. I don't think that you think that either. It's practically all programming, but you know, instead of doing A, we do C, then D, then B, and lastly, A. Yes, like, related to that, there is a possibility that I'm very, very dumb, and that we we should probably, like, use CTag combined with a bunch of custom parser, because no compiler type tools are able to read through this shit and survive because of how much makefile trickery there is. This is a very true thing that could happen, but C-Lang is our best chance at it. It is. So that's how I want to go about it for now. Well, I'm glad I'm not the only professional dumbass. My friend, we need to all embrace the professional dumbass that we are. I agree. And I love it. I just want to kick out the git code I did, because it's dumb. Like this. We're clearing you out. Yeah, I'll keep it. Just in chance, but I'll write something like, this is brain dead retard shit. Remove if not used any. Alright. Alright, that's fair. No, but it's the best way to go about it. We're going to know that we're going to know to remove it, right? So we're for sure locked in. Okay. Yeah, the parsers is clearly not going in the same depth. But I think we're gonna be good. I think we're gonna be good, especially for structs and function. I don't think we're going to need much more. Maybe in more complex structures. Well, more complex structs or functions, I mean. Anyway, enough. Today was a great day. And if it is Christmas wherever you are, happy Christmas. I'm happy that you passed some time with me. And if you're somewhere that is going to be Christmas soon, well, happy Christmas to you. Let's put in full screen. Happy Christmas to you tomorrow, I guess. My day has been very good. Okay, very good. Wasn't working today. I'm working tomorrow, working next full week. And yeah, going very well. Did some code today, so it's always going great. But yeah, hope your day has been going on very good too. And we're seeing ourselves tomorrow, the day after, and the day after again, because we ain't stopping the kill streak, okay? We ain't stopping the kill streak. And the more we go on, the more people there's in the chat. So it's getting funnier and funnier. So anyway, that's all for today. I love you all. Have a great day.